Everyone, another video today for you, and I just wanted to talk about my experiences so far. I think we're on around day. I haven't really been counting, to be honest, because in honesty, this has become almost a lifestyle for me. I'm gonna stick with this for a long time now, and I'm just at such a great point, especially after the relapse. The relapse, I think, really helped me just to reset my mind and focus on what really is really what I'm trying to achieve. And that helped me because my mind was just so clouded with all these sexual thoughts. I couldn't focus on what I was truly trying to achieve. So now I've learned how to like almost transmute the energy into other things, And I really hardly really think about sex and porn or anything like that ever, really. It's very rarely, honestly. Being so honest with you, like I hardly think about having sex. Usually it would be something like 6, 7 times a day. I just constantly be thinking about it, and now I don't even think about it at all, which is pretty interesting to say the least. I just feel like I just have more better interaction with people, especially my friends. And to be honest, I used to be quite awkward around girls, and now I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty good. I talk to them. I'm not afraid to ask questions about things. I mean, that sounds kind of stupid. I mean, it's just an example. Like, I'm not afraid to go up to someone and say, "Oh, excuse me," whether it be a boy or a girl. And that sounds pretty pussy stuff, but it's true. Like, I don't know why I used to get quite, you know, awkward around girls, but now I'm pretty much fine. And yeah, my friends seem to like me a lot more. They respect me more, um, and I just find myself having more like just getting into conversations out of nowhere. Like my conversational skills just gone through the roof. I can just talk to anyone for about anything for however long period of time, and that's the thing. I keep getting into these conversations. I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did I even start this conversation? Like, how does this even start? Like, this would never happen. This would never have happened. If I was masturbating every day, which I was, um, at one point, obviously. But yeah, just and now when I look at it, okay, when I look at porn and masturbation, it's just such an alien thing to me now. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but basically what I'm trying to say is I just don't see it as a normal thing. A lot of people see it as a normal thing, it's something you do every day, but I just do not see it like that anymore. I just see like it's such an odd thing to do, and at the same time, if you really think about it, it's disgusting, and it's really just something you just don't want to take part in. And I think people respect you more, when they can see that you. I think it's a common trend. A lot of people do say this who are doing Nofap. Sorry, and they say that people can sort of tell. They can see that you don't disrespect yourself. You look after your seed, and I'm pretty sure, as stated by in one of Halen Rose's videos, he talks about how in the Bible it says protect your temple or something, which is talking about your seed, and it's true. If you look after that thing, you're gonna reap the benefits. And I've learned now it's not you gotta. This is a big thing. Like this, it's just crazy, because as you get deeper into the journey, you'll learn. You'll learn that you're not doing. You have to understand you can't do it for just the one benefit. I want to have more attraction for females. I want to, you know, have more confidence. I want to lose my anxiety. You can't just do it for those reasons. Obviously, at first, yes, that is one of the reasons you're doing it, because you want to change yourself. You want to better yourself. But you cannot just be doing it thinking you're going to have this crazy attraction. You have to just let it be. Just leave it. Just let it do its work, and carry on with other things. Do other things, because that's what really matters. Like getting shit done. So, and it takes time, because you've done so much damage to your brain and the way you think and stuff. It takes time. I've been thinking about it. Like, well, I'm not so bad. I've only been watching porn and masturbating for about 3 years. And just thinking of like the way I was when I first started to the way I was when I pretty much gave up. It's crazy, because when I first started, when I was in like, it was probably like when I was in like year 7, when I was quite young. No, sorry, not year 7. That's way too early. About year 8 or 9, maybe. I don't know. I can't really remember. But at that time, I was very. I mean, obviously it's a long time ago, but I was definitely, had a lot of girlfriends and shit. I was going out with friends. I was doing all the shit I wanted to do as a kid. Okay, And then I started masturbating, and I was still going out with friends, and I was still, getting girls and stuff, but that's because my brain hadn't taken so much damage. And then as time went on, I just masturbated to a level where it's like 3 times a day watching some weird fucking porn, and it's just damaged my brain so much. I just fell out of the circle of that circle in school. I didn't have that many friends. I didn't have a girlfriend. I was just a loser, to be honest. And people would say it to me, they call me a loser and shit. They take the piss out of me, especially like my sister and shit. Fucking retard. But yeah, that happened. But as time went on, when I found out, like the day I found out about Nofap, I was at a low, man. I was so depressed. I was so fucking depressed. It was unbelievable. And I just said to myself, there has to be a way out. There just has to be a way out from this like depression. So I did some research on the internet, and I came across this thing called Nofap. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but it was by Improvement Pill at the time. And I watched this video, and instantly I just knew. I just fucking knew that was the answer, man. Something just snapped in my head, and I just remember, oh my god, this is what I need to do. And I was so excited. I was so happy. And the craziest part about it was that I was so determined. That week, I did 13 days. That first week, okay, I did 13 days of NoFap, alright? This was a long time ago. This was about 8 months ago, maybe. About 8 months ago. I can't remember fully. I've got it on my calendar. But I try to keep track of the days. But I did 13 full days, and it was ridiculous. And in that time period, I'd gone from being an absolute nobody to making... I was like, with the popular kids. I was going out with them and shit. It's crazy. In those 13 days. You know what I mean? It was just so weird. But the problem was, what happened... I think I've definitely mentioned this in another video, because it'll come back to me, but, I started masturbating again, and I sort of fell off, and I regret that, but I'm glad, I'm still grateful. I don't really feel regret, because I've learned. That's something I've learned, and it's the past, man. It's the past. That has passed. You have to leave that behind, you have to forget about that, because it's past. And then you have the present, which is something, it's something you've been given. It's like a gift, that's why they call it a present. That's also from Hayden Rose, by the way, so shout out to him, because he's one of my biggest inspirations. But yeah, in all, like, just looking at it, you have this gift now. If you know about NoFap, you have a gift, and you should use that to your advantage, because it's going to change who you are. It's going to make you a better person, and that's what life is all about, improving yourself, making yourself better. But from what I've learned, I'm just really happy with the way I'm feeling right now, and it's just brilliant. It's such a great opportunity to have, and I think having that respect for yourself is gonna benefit you. And I think lust is such a pushed, like, I'm not a big fan of the way the society works, and I don't drink fluoridated water. I don't use fluoridated toothpaste. I'm pretty aware of this stuff. I mean, that's just an example. There's obviously lots of other things, but I'm pretty aware of this stuff. So I truly think that watching porn and masturbating is just as bad as drinking poisonous water and smoking and stuff like that. It's just as bad. It's equally as bad. And there's a lot of things pushed in the mainstream, mainstream media, could say, that push porn and masturbation. They push that stuff. They want people to do it. And it's fucked, man. It's fucked, because the studies they've done have very little, there's very little things based on it. Like, for example, there's a video where they talk about watching porn and masturbating helps you with your sexuality, or helps you know what types of sexual preferences you like. Like, how is that a fucking tip? How is not a tip, sorry, but how is that like a benefit of what type of sex you like? That's stupid. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's all well and good knowing what type of sex you like, but not being able to get it because you watch porn and masturbate all the time is fucking useless, So yeah, that's gonna be about it for today. I mean, I think I'm on about day. I'm not exactly sure what day it is, but it's just true, man. Like, porn and masturbation is just the cancer of this earth, and it's such a bad thing, and it's poisoned so many young people's minds. It's ruined so many young people's and older people's lives, because it all starts from a young age. We all know that. We all do it when we're really young, and some of the worst cases are people that did it when they were like 7 years old. I wasn't as bad, but I still think it affects you just as bad, and if you're watching this video, you're so blessed, because you have this opportunity to change your life. And I promise you, if you do this, it will benefit you. And yeah, I do see a lot of trolls, you know, putting things in comments and stuff, trying to say things like, I did Nofap for 20 days and I didn't see any benefits. Well, that's because you're a fucking idiot and you didn't do it properly. You're probably edging, all right? Because there's literally, it's literally scientific. Well, I don't think it's science. It might be scientifically proven. Pretty much is scientifically proven that this works, and it is an absolute fact. There's no way that this does not work. There are literally dopamine receptors in the brain that when you do masturbate and you have an orgasm, they die because that you're just having such a great pleasure. I mean, I'm pretty sure sex is the best pleasure a human being can feel, right? So what happens if you overdo that, you know, you keep watching porn and masturbating, you're basically destroying your brain's having so much dopamine it has to, like, I guess I'm not sure fully 100%, but has to kill certain receptors in the brain in order for it to be like balanced, you know. So when you do this, doing things like watching TV, or even though that's just a shit example, or going out playing with some friends, or playing video games, or something like that, just become boring to you, and that's the reason because of it, because your dopamine receptors are fucked. So that's why when you're on NoFap, you begin to take more pleasure in doing things like going out with friends and playing football and eating nice foods and listening to good music, because your dopamine receptors are better. And that's been proven. So to anyone that says NoFap doesn't work, that's just one example of NoFap. There's so many more benefits, but that's just one example. And that's one of the main ones people talk about. But, you know, if you really want to achieve this journey, then you can do it 100%. It's 100% possible, man. Definitely. And if you're not doing it, then, you know, that's up to you. I'm not going to force you to do it, but I would highly recommend at least trying it for a good 2 weeks and see how it goes. But that's going to wrap up this video for today, guys. I know I haven't been making videos as frequently because I'm just caught up with other stuff and I don't really know what to talk about. But today was a good day, and thank you all for watching, and have a nice day. Peace.